Today, we're going to dive into a book that has genuinely changed millions of lives. Louise Hay's Meditations to Heal Your Life. We're going to break down the simple but incredibly powerful idea at its heart. The idea that you, yes you, have the power to completely reshape your reality. And it all starts with just a single thought.
So let's just start with a huge question, one that really gets to the core of this whole philosophy. What if the one single thing that's preventing you from living the life you dream of is just a thought? It sounds almost too simple, right? But it's a radical idea, and it's the foundation for everything we're about to get into.
So where do these limiting thoughts even come from? Well, Louise Hay has this brilliant term for them. She calls them our old tapes. And you know what? Figuring out what those tapes are is always the very first step.
I want you to think of your mind kind of like an old cassette player. From the moment you were born, the world around you, your parents, your teachers, society, they all started recording these tapes. Tapes about money, about love, about what you're capable of, about your own worth. The problem is, a lot of those tapes are filled with negative, limiting messages, and they're still playing on a loop in the back of our minds, totally running the show without us even realizing it.
And this is exactly how it happens. As Hay points out here, when we're kids, we just absorb these ideas without any filter. We don't realize we're building our entire reality on a foundation of beliefs we never actually chose for ourselves. They just become our default settings.
But here's where things get really exciting. Once we realize those old tapes are playing, we can actually choose to hit stop. And this brings us to the most important, game-changing idea in all of Louise Hay's work. Your thoughts literally create your reality.
Think about what this means for a second. This is a massive shift in power. Your thoughts aren't just some background noise narrating your day. They are active commands. Every single one is like a suggestion you're giving to the universe and to yourself about what you want to experience next. It means you are not a victim of your life. You are its author.
So what this all comes down to is choice. On the left side, you might have that old tape playing a limiting belief, something like, I'm just not good enough to earn a lot of money. But on the right, you have the incredible power to consciously choose a new, empowering thought. I am worthy of a prosperous life. It's the same situation, but a totally different command, creating a totally different future.
Okay, so we get it. We need to change our thoughts, but how do we actually do that? Because this isn't just about wishful thinking. Hay gives us some really practical, concrete tools for building a brand new mindset. Let's take a look at the process. It really boils down to this simple four-step process. First, you notice a negative pattern or feeling in your life. Don't judge it, just see it for what it is. Second, you get curious and ask yourself, what thought, what belief is really underneath this? Third, and this part is so important, you lovingly release it. You don't fight with it, you just thank it for trying to protect you, and then you let it go. And finally, you consciously choose a new thought to plant in its place.
I absolutely love this metaphor from the book because it makes everything so clear. You wouldn't plant a zucchini seed and then get mad when a tomato doesn't grow, right? Well, it's the exact same thing with our minds. You can't plant thoughts of lack and limitation and then expect a life full of abundance and joy. You have to consciously choose the seeds, the thoughts that are going to grow the harvest you actually want.
Now, when you start using these tools, the effects aren't just in your head. Oh no, they ripple out into every single corner of your life. Let's look at a few examples of how this can transform things in very real, tangible ways.
So, for your health, instead of focusing on what's wrong with your body, you start affirming its natural ability to heal. A thought like this is designed to shift your body out of a state of stress, which actually gets in the way of healing, and into a state of relaxation and openness where it can do its job.
When it comes to income, it's all about untangling your self-worth from your bank account. By affirming that your value is already there and that you're allowing prosperity to flow to you, you start to dissolve all those old limiting beliefs that might have been blocking that flow in the first place.
And the same principle works for relationships. The focus shifts. It's not about finding the right person out there, it's about becoming a loving person right here. When you cultivate that safe, loving space inside yourself first, you naturally become a magnet for people who reflect that love back to you. Your outer world always mirrors your inner world.
So, we've covered identifying the old thoughts, and we've covered choosing new ones. But there is one foundational principle, one master key, that makes all of this other stuff actually work. This is the real secret.
So while all these different tools and affirmations are powerful, Louise Hay teaches that they all flow from one central foundational act,
It's the key that unlocks absolutely everything else. And there it is. The magic wand that you can use to create miraculous change isn't something outside of you. It's the simple but profound decision to love and approve of yourself exactly as you are, right now in this moment. That is the ultimate affirmation, the seed from which all other positive changes can grow.
So, as we wrap this up, the real question isn't just about what you've learned, but what you're going to do with it. Every single moment is a new beginning, another chance to stop that old tape and record a new one. So I'll leave you with this. What new thought, what new seed of possibility will you choose to plant today?